All aboard, motherfucking hype train! A couple years ago, I talked about how Miyamoto was all like, oh man, a fucking Nintendo theme park is totally not out of the question. Naturally, this caused my brain to just explode with a bunch of ideas, adapting Nintendo properties, franchises, characters into actual theme park rides and settings. I just thought that was amazing, especially considering the fact that we have Nintendoland, an actual game that's kind of a theme park type deal. But this has been confirmed 100% that Nintendo and Universal Studios will be teaming up, making nice, bumping uglies in bed, and we're going to see Nintendo attractions in Universal Studios, and we can just geek the fuck out. Okay, so random ass ideas. We need to fucking have, I mean emphatically 100% without a shadow of a doubt, we need to have an F-Zero ride. And this shit, it could be like green screen, the thing ought to just rock around everywhere, needs to be going all over shit, loop-de-loops, corkscrew, it doesn't fucking matter. There needs to be Captain Falcon punches, fucking, and just motherfuckers getting jacked up everywhere. I want to hear the announcer going absolutely ape shit. It needs to have the F-Zero X soundtrack, because the Guitar Range soundtrack, oh my god. Ooh, that shit is heavenly, it's so amazing. We'd have something like the Rainbow Road track from Mario Kart. And just imagine zipping around on that. That would be so damn cool, and you could make it so that everybody has their own little cockpit, and you can go and pick up power-ups and shit. I just think that would be neat. It would be like the most intense, amazing Mario Kart arcade experience ever. You know, if you ever got to try out the Mario Kart arcade game, that's fucking badass. But just imagine some big-ass IMAX screen and stuff, and you're just zipping around. Oh my fucking god. Down, big boy, down. Fucking erection going crazy. What else? Kirby's Canvas Curse. Can you imagine that shit being made while you're in something that looks like it's rolling and so... Oh, just... I'm sorry. I love the idea of so many of these things right now. You know, when I think about Star Fox, for example, everybody is inside their own little ships and you're just going and you're inside the R-Wing, you're just flying around, shooting down shit, and then all of a sudden the entire dynamic of the stage changes, and then you're on the ground and you're inside the tank and your little treads, you can feel everything all shaking and stuff, and you're shooting down random fucking enemies and they're crashing right there, and you can hear the speaker going ballistic and shit. I'm like, that would be so fucking cool. I personally have never been to Universal Studios or Disneyland or really anything. As a matter of fact, I've only been to Kennywood and Cedar Point. That's it. That's about as close as I've gone to any sort of a kind of somewhat maybe theme park. But this shit would be enough for me to save up all of my Gil and Zenny and money, M-U-N-N-Y, to go to this kind of shit right here. I'm like, oh my fucking god, I have plenty of Gello for you. Oh, all those rupees? Of course you can be admitted in. I want to make sure of something. Universal, we don't have to wear some kind of stupid fucking hats or clean up garbage or anything to get admittance to some of these rides, right? And we're not gonna have Woody Woodpecker, no random fucking boner, pun intended, cock blocking us, okay, pun intended, from getting inside the rides. I'm hoping that shit doesn't happen. And by the way, if anybody hasn't ever seen the Universal Studios game on GameCube, then you're probably not gonna get any of these random fucking jokes. But either way, I'm excited about this. They haven't said, you know, what properties are going to be utilized, which all locations are going to have what if they're all going to have the same exact thing set up inside them. There is no release date for any of these. So, if anything, I'm just going to be chomping at the bit and waiting feverishly, fucking foaming at the mouth and shit, with the idea that I could go and see some of this stuff literally happening. You know, we could all be inside of some tanks and all go into war with a bunch of other people in Advance Wars. We could be inside a little fucking buggy and everybody's given a digital camera. And we're going and taking pictures of motherfucking Pokemon. We could be the very best photographers like no one ever was. To capture them inside digital form, inside the pictures, would be our cause. We could travel across whatever lands they allowed us to go through. But seriously, this... it would be amazing, and you wouldn't have to go to Blockbuster. You remember those relics of times past, but we could actually go and get them printed out and stuff, and wouldn't have to go to Blockbuster and go to a little Pokemon printing station, go in to get that shit done. Wouldn't have to go and resort to the Game Boy printer or anything like that either. Both of which I kind of wish that I had. I'm just saying, putting that out there, but this is awesome. This is all alpha smiles all the fucking time, because this is something that, again, a couple years back, I wanted to see this happen so damn much. I'm like, you know what, maybe that's just a pipe dream, or a warp pipe dream, or some shit. It doesn't matter, fucking, oh, welcome to world -1. But now it's happening, now it's reality, now it's 100% confirmed, now it's just the waiting game, the worst fucking game in the entire world, other than like the game of, you know, trying to get through blue balls. That's even fucking worse. I can play the waiting game. Blue balls, not so much. Fucking crossing your legs, crossing your toes, and then letting your imagination run wild, just like Rosalina's looking damn good right now. So, anyone excited? Yay? Nay? Don't really give a fuck? Be like, fuck all that shit, it's lame, double middle fingers in this fucking... I'm excited, as you can tell. It doesn't really take a fucking genius to figure that out, but ideas for theme park rides or attractions or anything like that based off Nintendo properties, pre-existing or obscure ones or anything like that, or just adaptations of rides that are around right now, but just change up a couple things so then all of a sudden it's a Nintendo version. Just imagine like roller coasters and water rides and shit. Like imagine a wave race wave race water ride. I'm getting so fucking excited. I'm like, tongue-tied words? Shit, kinda tough. A wave race inspired water ride that I would be all for. Or just like the underwater stages in Mario, and hear the music. From actually, Super Mario Land would be a little more easy to adapt, I think, for the Super Mario water stages. But anyway, I'm just... ideas! Let them flow like water or great wine or some shit like that. It doesn't matter. But, you know what does? This is AlphaOmegaSin, as always, nerds, nerdettes, and gamers. Game the fuck on. Or ride the fuck on. I have no clue. Just don't ride to hell, because that'd be terrible. That game sucks.